and thank you for joining us this afternoon for the 2021 Virtual Annual Meeting and Awards Celebration. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I would like to take a moment as we begin today to remember those who have left us since the last annual meeting and have had a significant impact in not only our chamber, but our community. Mr. Ed Crudup, Chamber Board Chair, 1972. Mr. Sam Ramsey, Chamber Board Chair, 1975 and 76, and 2006 R.O. Arnold Award winner. The Honorable Judge Sherry Cates Roberts, Chamber Board Chair, 2003. Miss Irene Smith, Honorary Chamber Member, 2015. The Honorable Judge Horace J. Johnson Jr., 2017 R.O. Arnold a winner. Lisa Connor, former Main Street Board Secretary, and Mr. Jerry Aldridge, 2009 R.O. Arnold Award winner. I would now like to invite our 2021 Chamber Board Chair, Mr. Hunter Hall, to come and start us off with prayer.
Let us pray. Lord, thanks for the opportunity to be part of this community. Think of those who've gone before us that we just remembered, and the realization that we never operate in and of ourselves, that we're part of a community, ultimately part of your community. And so as we embark on this annual awards evening and reflect on this business community, and especially the year we've been in, may we do so with one of gratitude, thankfulness of being able to work with one another, do business with one another, support our families, and may you continue to bless us as you have. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Hunter. As we begin this afternoon, I would like to introduce again our immediate past Chamber Board Chair, Mr. Mark Ross, and incoming Chair Hunter Hall, who are no stranger to the Chamber here, and two of our hosts for the program. This photo is from the 2014 annual meeting where Mark's company, Right at Home, was named the 2013 Emerging Business, and Hunter Hall was Chamber President. As you can see, not much has changed. That with this dynamic duo, they are still hanging around the Chamber. Mark, I invite you to come get us started this afternoon.
Thank you, Debbie. That picture brings back fond memories. And Hunter, I think I got more gray, and I won't even comment as to what has changed with you. First, at this point, I want to just say by now everybody should be done their chicken, and we'd be working on dessert right now. But hopefully you've got good meals planned for yourselves this evening. I want to first say thank you to the Chamber staff for putting our virtual event together this afternoon. First, Debbie Harper, President, Andy McDaniel, our Programs and Communication Director, Susan Davis, Finance Director, and Olivia Harp, our intern and senior at Georgia Southern. 2020 was a year of adapting. The focus of our Chamber has narrowed to allow the Chamber team to bring more benefits to our membership. I want to thank Debbie and her team. Even though small in number, they rose to the occasion when the COVID pandemic hit our community. I want to thank them for being committed, professional, and focused in supporting our business community. 2020 had a reel of highlights. We had 68 new members, 551 total members. The Chamber represents approximately 20,000 employees in and around Newton County, 21 ribbon cuttings, and 2 groundbreakings. Our chamber consists of a multitude of member events and programs, and 2020 was an interesting year for us. We had to alter many events to hybrid or a strict virtual format, which allowed great attendance outcomes. We were able to have 16 in-person events, 7 online events, and 12 hybrid events. Another one of our events was our Think and Thrive Women's event, which was a huge success. Despite the changes that had to be made, we had 2 amazing chamber members who spoke and shared their testimonies and enjoyed the safe fellowship with one another. We also had our Mulligan Madness. It was a 2020 spin on our golf tournament. What a huge success. We look forward to seeing you all at our next golf tournament, which is actually next month. For those who did miss it, members and sponsors had a great time. Weather was good, but we are having an actual full-fledged golf tournament next month. So hopefully you all sign up for that. We turned our lunch links into field trips to member businesses and restaurants, which our members have enjoyed. We also had our Christmas Jingle and Mingle. It was a drop-by event, which had over 30 people stop by and enjoy safe fellowship with one another. One of the highlights for me is we facilitated grants last year. Thanks to the seed money from Facebook Newton Data Center and funds raised from our community, we were able to give away over $180,000 to over 60 local small businesses during this really tough time. Thank you again, Facebook and our community. We changed up our 12 Days of Local Christmas social media campaign this year. We were encouraged by members of the community to shop local to a selection of member retailers throughout the Christmas season, and folks were able to enter to win a prize donated by High Priority Plumbing. We had over 500 entries during the 2 weeks. I'd also like to give special thanks to our 2020 Chamber Champions. For our Platinum Champions, that would be Facebook Newton Data Center, General Mills, Newton Federal Bank, Piedmont Newton, and Snapping Shoals. For our Gold Champions, the Covington News, Newton County Industrial Development Authority, and the Newton County Water and Sewage Authority. For our Silver Champions, Abbey Hospice, AT&T, BD, City of Covington, the Newton County Board of Commissioners, Oxford College of Emory University, Pinnacle Bank, SKC, Synovus Bank, Takeda, and United Bank. And our Bronze Champions, Ameris Bank, BB&T, Beaver Manufacturing, Bridgestone Golf, Covington Ford, Edgar Law Firm, Georgia Piedmont Technical College, Ginn Motors, Hargrave Fiber, High Priority Plumbing, MAU Workforce Solutions, Michelin, Newton Citizen, the Newton College and Career Academy, Nishimbo, Steelco Buildings, Sunbelt Builders, and the Center. Without the generous financial support of the Chamber Champions, the Chamber's mission would be so much more difficult to accomplish. Thank you for your support. As in any Chamber of Commerce, the real success and progress is made through the work of its volunteering committees. In 2020, the Newton County Chamber of Commerce had 3 committees, and they are the Ambassador Committee, Leadership Newton County, and the Small Business Committee. At this time, I'd like to recognize our 2020 Board of Directors who have ended their terms. It is with great appreciation and sadness that we say goodbye to 2 individuals who are retiring from service on the Chamber's Board of Directors. Corey Consuegra.
Thank you, Mark.
You're quite welcome. Corey, I just want to say a few words. Thank you for your support. Being in the chairman position and your support helping me transition was amazing. I definitely needed it. We had a rough year last year, but thank you for that. I appreciate you being a colleague and a friend. Thank you again. We also have Pastor Eric Lee, and at this time he's not here, but just want to acknowledge Pastor Lee for his service with our chamber. He's my pastor actually as well, but he always brought a perspective to our chamber board that was absolutely needed and appreciated. Thank you again, Pastor Lee. So I want to thank them for their service and support of the chamber as well as this community. Now I'd like to introduce our incoming chairperson, Hunter Hall from Kelly Consulting.
You ready to pose?
I suppose so. That's something we did. And that pose was 7 years ago. And I don't know if I did it right that time, but
No, you did not.
yeah, well, my leg was hurting. But yeah, definitely. So you ready?
One last for the history. There we go. There we go.
So thank you again, and I'm passing this gavel on to you.
Thank you. Before you leave, though, we want to give you a little thank you recognition for your leadership.
Oh, wow.
So it says here, Mark Ross, Heisman Trophy wannabe. Thank you for your service and really appreciate your leadership.
Thank you again. All right, man. All right. Thank you. You got it.
You know, it's thank you for tuning in and joining us for this awards ceremony. This is, I'm reminded by the people, just as I said in my prayer, the people that have gone before us. And it's not just them in passing. There are many who are with us today still who are business leaders in our community. And I'm reminded, just like us as individuals, none of us get to where we are in our life without the support of those around us. And it's no different in our business community, right? None of us would be in business. None of us would be successful without the support of this community and those pillars, the men and women who have gone before us. And so to that end, it's with great honor that I take this position. And it's with great honor that I get to introduce you to our new chamber board for 2021. So I'm going to introduce them. They're going to come stand beside me, and then they're going to exit stage. So first, as our past chair, who we just saw, Mark Ross, our Heisman wannabe. Thank you so much. Next up, Miss Tessa Nolan. She's our treasurer. She's with Newton Federal. Many don't know this, but Tessa's been in this role for like ever. But we won't let her go because she's the only one that really knows the numbers. Just kidding. We all do. But anyway, thank you for your leadership and willing to serve. Next, Samantha Fury, our superintendent of our Newton County school system. Talk about a pillar in our community, but also essential to our business community. When you think about any of the employees, 20,000 employees that are represented in our chamber members, the lion's share of those students or those employees were students in our school system. So thank you for your leadership and involvement with us. Next is Miss Lulie Haight Cap, our Covington YMCA fitness drill sergeant. You probably know her, you know her family, a wonderful service that she provides for our community at the Y and the support for our business community. So thank you very much. All right, Miss Kathy Dobbs, who's with Berkshire Hathaway Home Service and also runs the Denny Dobbs Foundation for those in great need. But Kathy is a pillar in our community, been involved in so many ways, not just in selling real estate, but also in our former Board of Education and I was going to say political know-it-all, but yeah, that's probably true too. So anyway, y'all please thank you for Kathy Dobbs. Next is David Kent. For those who don't know, there we go. David Kent is the tallest member on our board, and we've asked him to keep his mask on because that's another feature that we don't really want to focus on. But David Kent is new to our community, is the CEO of Piedmont Newton. And I will say this, for any business that is in the community that would like to know more about the Piedmont system and specifically our Newton Hospital, he would love to give you a tour, introduce you to his staff. You can contact us at the chamber. We'll get you connected or directly to them. But anyway, thank you for being on board and welcome to the community. Next, Miss Barbara Morgan. Barbara Morgan runs Morgan Plaza and has been a long-time community pillar. And when my history of the chamber, whenever I really needed somebody's feedback and wise counsel, I'd always call Barbara. And she wouldn't always tell me what I wanted to hear, but she'd always tell me what I needed to hear. So anyway, thank you. We're really glad you're on the board this year. Next, Mr. Jay Bailey with Steelco Buildings. Welcome. So Jay, too, longtime family of Newton County. and is serving back, left the community for a little bit, came back with Steel Co. Really glad that he's here and bringing great perspective to the Chamber Board. So thank you very much. Next, Mr. Joe DeCoco with Verescence North America. Welcome. So Joe serves in the human resource seat for Verescence. Verescence has been a long-time community manufacturing pillar in our community. They do really premium perfume bottles, glass manufacturer, which is a fascinating manufacturing process. So we're really glad Joe's here, providing industrial HR background and perspective for us on the Chamber Board. And last but not least, Mr. Lanier Sims with Dual Deco Marketing Solutions. Many know Lanier has been both served in the Board of Commissioners seat. He now serves as the head of our Industrial Development Authority, and he brings that perspective and that of being a small business owner to our Chamber Board. So we're really glad that you're here. Thank you very much. All right, so for those who tuned in or have come to the dinner in the past, you know that this is also a business meeting. And so this is actually a formal business meeting where we capture the minutes. And we have one piece of business for this meeting today. And that is to formally approve this slate of board members. And so with that, I will take a motion to approve our board of directors for the 2021 year.
I'll make that motion.
All right, have a first. Did I entertain a second?
Second.
Okay. We are going to have, for Robert's Rules of Orders, we have opportunity for discussion. Because we're virtual, we're going to allow for a 30-second pause. And if anyone is virtual and would like to have comments or discussion, you can enter those in now, and we'll be back in just a few seconds. Okay, with no further discussion, I will take a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Done. With that said, the business portion of this meeting is over, and I'd like to turn it back over to Debbie for awards.
Thank you, Hunter. 2020 has been a year that we'll never forget. I remember about this time last year, I was sitting in my office alone and wondering, what in the heck do I do and where do we go? Being an organization that provides networking, I didn't know how we would survive if we couldn't do in-person events, and I had no idea what Zoom was. Well, we adapted, we learned what Zoom was, and you all believed in us. And for that, we are very grateful. Even though we're still virtual, we tried our best to incorporate the element of surprise for our award winners for you guys to enjoy. All of the winners were surprised with a scheduled presentation caught on video or in photos that we will cut to as each award is announced this afternoon. We will begin our announcement with the 2020 R.O. Arnold Award winner. The R.O. Arnold Award is named after Mr. Robert O. Arnold, philanthropist, business, and community leader who gave unselfishly of his time and resources to Newton County. He set the standard by which a community measures its greatest citizens in business, leadership, community outreach, church services, and most importantly, education. He had no equal. We continue to honor his memory and his example by giving the R.O. Arnold Award to individuals that display extraordinary business and community service and leadership. And this year's award winner exemplifies the very essence of each of these qualities that Mr. Robert O. Arnold left us with. He is a lifelong resident of Newton County, and from the video, you will hear of his many accomplishments. Congratulations to Mr. Wendell Crow owner of Covington Ford, 1973 Chamber Board Chair, and 2020 R.O. Arnold Award winner.
Well, good look.
Denny's got time.
Come stand right here. Denny's gonna say something.
I know what he's gonna say.
Okay.
How are you?
Stand over there by Debbie.
You know something's up.
Yeah, you have been. You have
Well,
been.
I'm gonna invite Mr. Denny to come over and say something, but I want to present you with the 2020 R.O. Arnold Award for this year. We appreciate your commitment, not only to the chamber, but to our community, our small businesses, our families of Newton County, and I couldn't be more excited to present that to
Well, I
you.
appreciate it. It's quite an honor.
Yes, it is. It is.
I'm back the only one left that knows this all. There's a lot of truth to that.
Yes, I'm gonna let Denny say a little something
I
here.
don't want him telling anything. Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna tell nothing.
We just start getting started
But
good.
let me just, a serious note before I get on with the real stuff. When Mr. Barb Arnold first started talking about having an award like this for a business person, his conversation was that teachers got awards, doctors got an award, athletes got an award, but business people that supported the community, provided jobs and everything, didn't get an award. And he wanted to make sure that there was an opportunity for business people in Newton County to get recognized for their contribution to the community. And I think the spirit of the original idea behind Mr. Barb Arnold's award is right here. I mean, I know he's been doing business for 50 years because I bought my first car from his Ford dealership 53 years ago.
Yeah.
53 years ago. And I was trying to figure out, kind of what to say about him, so I called, Frank Turner and Joe Sharp, some of your friends that'll help you out.
Both of them.
Rob, I covered all the bases. But let me tell you a few things about this guy. Our family's been doing business for years and years and years, and just I always knew that if you could get a Chevrolet or a Dodge, but if you wanted a truck, you had to get a Ford. He heard that from his daddy 60 years ago. But anyway, just to remind everybody of what he's done, he won't even cover all of it. He was chairman of the board of the chamber, 1973. He was right out of kindergarten when that happened. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you, the best thing that he didn't go far. He went down to Porterdale, and he found this little girl named Connie Bledsoe, who was naive enough to think she could live with him. How many years, Connie? How many years?
61, 62, somewhere along in there.
And
God bless you.
And here you are, you got a bluebird and a crow. I mean, amazing combination. Anyway, he was secretary of the Kiwanis Club. Coached rec ball because he got two boys in good order. He probably involved with them like I was with mine, I'm sure, back in the days. Eagle Scout at Troop 222. Three generations. Three generations.
That's unbelievable.
Wendell, Matt, and Zach. What happened to you, Wes? I didn't get mine either, Wes.
Now, Lee Aldridge wanted to make sure that we recognize that right there.
Yeah.
And she's so proud of that. Wendell, it's unbelievable.
But it's a big deal.
Yep.
And of course, Covington Ford, I don't even know how long ago Covington Ford started. 41. And I mean, that's about the time they had automobiles. After the war, we're right, yeah, right before, World War II, there wasn't many. That's right. But for that many years, man, and under Wendell's leadership here in the last 30 or so, there's a few things that he's supported. Talking about community involvement, what business leaders mean to our community. This is it. Washington Street Community Center. Think about all the good it's done. High school sports. I know he fed the East Side team, and I think before that he fed the Newton High football team for years.
For a long, long time.
A long time.
Yeah.
Connie Waller, keep Newton County and Covington beautiful. The Fuzz Run and any other public safety fundraiser we have in the county. Special Olympics, Cheerios Challenge, And during this coronavirus thing, provided meals for the healthcare workers. It meant so much to all of us. Sponsored Teacher of the Year awards, sponsored students at FFA camp and the camp youth camp sponsor. And then the Boy Scouts, I can tell you for absolute certain fact that for all the years that I raised money, when I was raising money for the Boy Scouts, Yellow River District, go to this guy right here, he was always ready. Because we all know he's an avid sportsman. He shoots deer at night, all that kind of stuff. But just the big ones, just the big ones. No, he's an avid sportsman, likes to hunt and fish. In fact, used to be big hunters with Joe Sharp till Rob run over him in the truck one day. And kind of good that day. I couldn't believe that he survived. It didn't get hurt. And a scratch on him, what I understand. The Wendell always supported wildlife and natural resource kind of stuff, always, and still does. And I can't even start to tell you, I know that there's a world of folks, a world of organizations that he's helped that we won't ever know about because he never wanted a spotlight. And I can't believe, after all he's done for everybody else, that we just now getting around to recognize him with this award. And I'm proud to call you my friend, bud.
Next is the Light of the Community Award. We're still in the grasp of a global pandemic, and over the past year, there's been a light in the community that could not go unnoticed. Someone who, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, a new generation has come to know him and look to him for guidance and reassurance. He has served as a source of truth, a voice of assurance, and a trusted advisor on how best to protect ourselves, our community, and those we love. Join me in congratulating the 2020 Light of the Community Award, Dr. Norris Little, CMO of Piedmont Newton Hospital.
Reward and recognition for that. But today we get to recognize and reward one of us in a special sort of way. I have here Debbie Harper, who's the president of the Newton County Chamber of Commerce. I'm on the board, which is why you might wonder where I am some mornings. I'm not in bed. I'm usually with those guys talking about the community. And tomorrow is our annual meeting with the chamber board, and that's all the businesses in Newton County. I'll never leave. In Newton County who participate. And so every year they do special awards for citizens who have gone above and beyond the call of duty and whatever it is that they're doing. And given that we've been in this pandemic, they have selected one of us. It's not me. I didn't do anything to deserve anything. But they have selected one of us for an award called the Light of the Community Award. And so with that, I'm going to ask Debbie to come up and read it out and sort of make the presentation.
Yes. So I am very thrilled to be with you all here today on this very special award. As David mentioned, throughout the past year, leaders and have emerged, and we can't thank you all, this entire team, for what you've done here for us locally. It has kept us going. It really has. So I'm going to read this nomination to you guys.
My mask out of your way. Sorry.
That's okay. So this is a nomination for the recipient of the Light of the Community Award. It is with great pleasure that I submit my nomination. This submission was from David Kemp too. I submit my nomination of Norris Little, MD, Chief Medical Officer of Piedmont Newton for the 2021 Covington Newton Chamber Light of the Community Award. Dr. Little uses his role as CMO to champion the growth and accessible high-quality health care to the residents of Newton County and the surrounding areas. He continuously pursues opportunities to work with leaders within the community to ensure Piedmont Newton is delivering the services residents need to remain healthy and safe. Dr. Little joined Piedmont Newton Hospital as CMO in 2016 after serving the Covington Newton community for 32 years as a primary care physician. It is from his time as community physician that many people in the community know Dr. Little. However, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, a new generation has come to know him and look to him for guidance and reassurance. Throughout the pandemic, Dr. Little has served as a source, and this is so true, and I'm going to highlight this tomorrow, but he has served as a source of truth, a voice of assurance, and a trusted advisor on how best to protect ourselves and those we love. The guidance that Dr. Little has provided to, among other community organizations, businesses, churches, the local school system has truly been invaluable. Over the last year, news and information, most of it grim and frightening, about the novel coronavirus has been disseminated so quickly that it has often led to confusion about which information is the most current, as well as how to separate fact from fiction. In this environment that Dr. Little has stood apart as a top medical expert in the county. He has patiently answered questions, addressed concerns, and provided explanations of the clinical aspects behind both the disease and treatment of the patients battling COVID-19. His work in helping people understand the health risk associated with COVID-19 also extends into the Piedmont Newton organization. Dr. Little has been instrumental in ensuring employees understand how to protect themselves from contracting the virus and passing it on to others. In his role as CMO, Dr. Little is responsible for the governance and oversight of the hospital's quality and safety initiatives, which protect patients and ensure all patients receive safe and effective care. These efforts have been nationally recognized by clinical oversight organizations such as the Leapfrog Group. Under Dr. Little's leadership, Piedmont Newton has received 5 A safety grades in a row from the Leapfrog Group, which monitors and grades hospitals across the country every 6 months. His care and compassion for others extends beyond his role at Piedmont Newton. Outside of work, Dr. Little volunteers with Willing Helpers Medical Clinic, which provides health care to Newton County residents who have no insurance and are unable to pay for medical services. He attends church at Trinity Presbyterian Church in Covington and also enjoys time out in God's country, cycling, skiing, and fishing. His most favorite pastime is being with family, his wife, 3 children, their spouses, and their 5 grandchildren. On behalf of the Chamber, our business community, our board of directors, we want to present you. Dr. Little, come on up. You have provided so much to us and our businesses, and in talking about this award, there were so many that said we wouldn't be open right now if it weren't for you and opening the hospital and your team being able to reach out to us and guide us. So thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
And I would just say too, this is a culmination of the year for Dr. Little, and it's certainly representative of all of us. But in my mind, this is a 30-year award. Dr. Little's been here, served in this community in some form or fashion since, before I was born. No, I'm just kidding. But for a long time. And I just, from my perspective, I could not be happier that you're here and a part of our team and a leader in our community. And so I wanted to nominate you and thank you for everything you do.
Well, thank you very much.
You.
Are you embarrassed?
I am.
Congratulations. Next is the Dick James Small Business of the Year Award. This award recognizes businesses that shine in the following areas: staying power, growth, innovation, community-oriented, and a great salesperson for Newton County. The Small Business Committee chooses a Small Business of the Month each month. From those, the committee chooses the top 3 from the year. The businesses submit an application, go through an interview process, and from there, the Dick James Small Business of the Year is chosen by the Small Business Committee. This year's winner has been in business here in Newton County for over 10 years. However, many of their employees have been in and around Newton County for much longer than that. They support our chamber through involvement in committees and events such as our golf tournament, Taste of Newton, Leadership Newton County, Young Professionals Committee, the Chamber Board, and Chamber Champions. They are involved in over 20 local civic organizations and community events. Congratulations to the 2020 Dick James Small Business of the Year, United Bank. The Newton Chamber Small Business Committee, and we are awarding the 2020 Small Business of the Year Award to United Bank. So follow us in and we'll give them an award. Caphart and United Bank. This is our Small Business Committee, and you guys are our 2020 Small Business of the Year.
How y'all doing? Good to see you. Everybody okay? Good to see you. Gary, how you doing, brother?
So this award is actually sponsored by Newton Federal Bank.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Jimmy Tanner to present to you. So thank you for what you do in the community, your support of the chamber and small businesses, and congratulations.
Well, Debbie, thank you so much. Jimmy, thank you, man. Absolutely. Absolutely.
On behalf of the Newton County Chamber's Small Business Committee, Newton Federal, it's our pleasure to award United Bank the 2020 Small Business of the Year Award. And thank you, Thomas, for being such a strong community partner. And thank you, congratulations to all your staff.
Wow, Jimmy, thank you. Wow.
Congratulations. And in what other community could you see that kind of support? Next is our Spirit of Excellence Award. This award is voted on by the chamber staff and is our Ambassador of the Year. This year's winner has been an asset to the chamber from day one. She is a definition of a go-getter. As an ambassador, she is truly an extension of our staff, referring new members as well as reaching out to new and existing members. She is a familiar face if you've been at any of our ribbon cuttings and brings a lot to the table at our Ambassador Committee meetings. Those who know her know she is not only a cheerleader for her company, she is a cheerleader for the community and the chamber. Congratulations to my friend and this year's Spirit of Excellence winner, Tammy Bailey with Express Employment Professionals. Hey, we're at Express Employment right now, and we are going in to award Tammy Bailey the 2020 Spirit of Excellence Award. So come on in while we give her her award. Hi, how are you guys? Good. We came to give you an award.
What award are you giving me?
So you are our 2020 Spirit of Excellence winner. This would be presented at annual meeting, but as you know, it's virtual. So we will stream this into our video. So we're excited. We are so thankful for what you do for the chamber, the community, our employers, Express, and so we appreciate it.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you. She was really excited. I can't tell. Congratulations, Tammy, and thank you for all you do. 2020 brought a year of reflection for many of us. In discussing the Deal of the Year award, it really made us reflect on deals from many years ago that have been the foundation of our robust, diverse, and growing industrial base here in Newton County. Many of those, what we like to refer to as our legacy industries, celebrated some significant milestones within the past year, and we would like to celebrate their continued commitment, investment, and support of Newton County. First, Beaver Manufacturing, located in Mansfield, was founded in 1971 by the Needham family to supply chemically treated industrial yarns to the hose industry. Over the years, they've continually expanded and improved their manufacturing facilities and product lines. Today, Beaver offers more types of industrial fibers than any other single supplier. Thank you, Beaver Manufacturing, for calling Newton County home for the last 50 years. Second, Bridgestone Golf. They've celebrated 30 years, calling Covington its headquarters. In that 30 years, they have produced more than 1 billion golf balls in the Covington, Georgia facility. 2020 not only marked a 3-decade milestone for the golf giant, but also a record year in sales and profit, making it their #1 year. According to President and CEO Dan Murphy, in 2020, golf became a safe haven. It became a place where people could go and get some recreation, some fresh air, and all of a sudden, what looked like disaster had become opportunity for Bridgestone. Thank you, Bridgestone Golf, for continuing to deepen your roots here in Newton County. Fiber Visions. 2020 brought a major expansion for Fiber Visions, owned by Thailand-based Indorama Ventures. Formerly known to many of us as Hercules, which located here in Covington in 1966 and manufactured the trademark Herculon carpet fibers. Since then, Fiber Visions plant has adapted its Herculon fibers that can now be found in a wide variety of nonwovens, including diapers, filters, wipes, and tea bags, among other applications. Last year, Fiber Visions deepened their investment in Newton County with a $48 million expansion of the Newton County facility. Thank you, Fiber Visions, for reinvesting in Covington and Newton County. General Mills. 2020 marked a 30-year birthday for General Mills. The Covington facility produces several varieties of cereal and snack products, making it one of their most diverse in the General Mills network. Depending on which way the wind blows here in Newton County, you can usually catch a scent of Cheerios, Bugles, or Cinnamon Toast Crunch. These days, there's a good chance it may be Cinnamon Toast Crunch because last year they had a $50+ million expansion of their Cinnamon Toast Crunch line made right here in Newton County. Thank you, General Mills, for your commitment to Newton County and the sweet smell of success that we get to enjoy. Thank you to all these companies that have not only continued their commitment to Newton County, but have taken Newton County to a globally recognized player in each of their sectors. They have provided jobs to generations of Newton County families, millions of dollars to support our community and businesses of all sizes. As our 2021 board chair, Hunter Hall, comes to close out the ceremony, I want to say thank you to our 551 members who have continued to support the chamber, especially over this last year. And without you, we would not be standing here today. We look forward to a continued successful 2021. I will turn it over to Hunter to close us out.
Thank you, Debbie. Congratulations to all the award winners. That's always reflective of a lot of hard work, a lot of time spent. It was fun hearing the surprise. It was fun to see Thomas Gephardt, scream and squirt. It sounded like Tammy Bailey getting that award. They were both excited. But, it's funny. It's not funny. It's significant when to hear these names of these businesses and the people connected to them. Even looking at General Mills, we celebrated the passing, and that's exactly what it is celebration of Irene Smith's passing. a matriarch to our community. For those who've been around a while, know the story about her entertaining the General Mills folks that came to look at Covington as a potential site some 30, 40, 50 years ago. I don't even know how long ago it was. But she tells the story about them sitting around her kitchen in Dixieland, and how it was like Southern living came to life, right? And you see the backstories of how industry ends up in a community like this. It's relationships. It's people dealing with other people. And it's these relationships, right? It's Wendell Crow coaching Little League football and baseball with Denny, all right? It's these people doing business together that make this community so, so wonderful. And so as we sit here at the cusp of a lot of growth, right? We've seen it with Stanton Springs and the Baxter, then Bax Alta, then Shire, then Takata, and it goes on. And Facebook, it will continue to grow. But the heartbeat of this community is these relationships. It's people doing business with people they like and people they trust. And so for this chamber to continue to thrive and be such a rich asset to this community, I'm asking you, chamber members, board of directors, that we continue to make this community as rich and viable and relationally strong as it has been in our past. We will continue to do that in our future. Thank you for joining in. This meeting is officially closed, and have a great 2021.